And this past weekend, everybody, was utter madness. I would say some poor timing for someone already on a break from social media and Twitch and following an apology last week after several exposings the week prior to that. That being Pokimane will continue to unfortunately be under fire for circumstances she may not be connected to following a multiple part series of this nuke done by Leafy, unfortunately on YouTube over Pokimane for a variety of reasons, some of which were valid criticisms, which she did apologize for, others of which was just, in my opinion, too far harassment, bullying. YouTube potentially feeling the same way, guys, as this past weekend. YouTube has now officially terminated Leafy from that platform, and with this, why I'm talking about it is because Pokimane unfortunately already has been blamed for this because of the ironic timing of just days after that series did continue of Leafy going after Pokimane. YouTube has now terminated him as to what they're calling several instances or multiple or severe violations of YouTube's policy prohibiting content designed to harass, bully, or threaten. And with this being so closely tied to the Pokimane series, a lot of people, I would say understandably so, think she might have, or maybe her MCM would have had something to do with this, or maybe YouTube just really opened their eyes because finally they realized that one big creator was targeting another big creator in a multiple part series that, quite frankly, by a lot of eyes, was not very fairly or properly done. I'm not here to say whether or not he did deserve this. I will say it's very concerning, but luckily enough, I don't make content as targeting as Leafy does, so unfortunately we're going to see how this one does roll out, how these policies, or if there is any evidence or exact examples given for Leafy as we do continue. By the way, Pokimane already replying to Slasher when covering this and having to clear her name and letting everyone know she had nothing to do with this because, of course, tons of Leafy fans out there and drama fans out there will be targeting her, and YouTube didn't do her any favors with this one. She was already under fire enough, and I do feel bad for her. Again, during this exposing period of her, there were valid criticisms. She has posted her apology. I would say most notably of It's a Gundam and of Bo Blacks. She has apologized to both those figures, and I believe at least one with Bo Blacks has responded. I'm sure Gundam, if he hasn't already, will in the future. And now this to drop. This is certainly, it's going to be interesting. It does kind of ring a bell with the Dr. Disrespect Twitch ban, but obviously two very different cases. YouTube gave the guideline that potentially was broken. Twitch apparently saying that terms of service were violated for Dr. Disrespect, but Doc was not going out and making tons of videos over the past many years. It just makes you really ask the question, why now, YouTube? It's really unfortunate for someone like Pokimane because she will continue to be blamed for this, because why now? Why did you wait this many years to finally call out a person like Leafy for bullying and harassment? And again, I don't care whether you guys think he deserved it or not. The topic at hand is Pokimane going to be fiercely under fire for this, and that will continue. We'll see how her break does, and when she does return, what happens. I imagine a lot of channels will also pick this up. Speak of the devil, something we talked about and really beat the horse on, that being Shroud, brought to light last week in a stream as well. He did actually say on camera for all of us that if 100 Thieves did offer him, and I think that was referring to Valorant roster or going pro, he would say no. For all of you guys who want the air cleared, he would say no to any organization. I don't think a jab or calling out of 100 Thieves, who, by the way, potentially wanted Shroud to co-own inside the organization very early on. To that, he also said no. He would be saying no to any organization because he's not looking to go pro, as we have said many times over.
Would you join 100 Thieves if they offered? No. Would I join a team as a stand-in if they ever needed me? Sure. So, like, let's say, Jimbo can't play because of something, right? And then they needed me. Sure, I'll fill. I don't care. But I'll never join a team. But I'd always be welcome to play as a fifth or whatever the fuck if they don't have people they need to fill.
But he did say he would sub in for teams out there, which is very interesting. It seems a Shroud upon his return is actually looking to focus primarily on Valorant, like the likes of big names of Ninja out there as well. Can Ninja and Shroud compete on top lineups or sub in for top lineups, bring in some big viewership for those said organizations who maybe want a fourth or a fifth man to sub in? I don't know. It could be very curious because, no matter what team that Shroud does sub in for, they will break headlines, right? What if you need a practice man, a little sub in here and there? I think Shroud brings a lot of eyes and attention no matter what he does. He will not be going pro. He will not be going to 100 Thieves. He will be playing and competing in Valorant, and if any team out there wants him to sub in for a time being, he has said yes to that. and no to 100T, and I think just about every organization, because he doesn't need those restrictions placed upon him. What do you guys think about this? Until next time, though, I hope you guys all enjoy. As per usual, it's a heavy-handed debate, right? I'm not here to take sides, but certainly some very interesting stuff continues in the gaming and streaming scene. Until next time, drink that water, drink that coffee. I'll catch you guys back here sometime soon.